cloud. All right, let me give you screen access. And Tony today is going to be basically talking about textual links and the importance of the anchor link and everything else. Because a lot of times we get questions and people don't understand everything. So that's what the topic's going to be today. Once it's done recorded, then we'll put it in the group and put it on the back end. I'll make a post about it. So give Tony your undivided attention, and he'll wrap this up because he is in South Africa and it's early for him. Okay. So appreciate you, Tony.
No worries, mate. Good morning, folks. So yeah, Tony here in South Africa. I just moved house today or yesterday, actually. So you can see here's my backyard, and I think over there in the wood you can see there's rabbits. So I've got this whole backyard. It's huge, and yeah. So that is one, as William says, that's one of the advantages of having an online digital business is I get to work, pretty much anywhere in the world. I just need a computer and Wi-Fi to do what I do. So that's cool. Got any banana trees? No, I only just moved in here yesterday. The owner actually lives there. In a bigger house up the top there, and so I'm renting this other house on the same property. So yeah, so I thought, well, there's not a lot of light inside, and I thought, shit, I might as well just go and sit outside, but it's a bit cold, it's a bit nippy. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing this forever, sitting outside, because it's going to get really cold, I think. Anyway, I'll crack on. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Tony Peacock from LinkDaddy. Been doing this since 2015. Have a very, very large network of blogs, probably the largest network in the world. And I have done 100,000 or more orders, people sending through orders, needing backlinks for, websites, Google Maps, videos, citations, this type of thing. And one of the common things, or one of the common questions is questions regarding keywords. So what I've done is I've tried to design campaigns, or otherwise called gigs, services, to cater for different anchor text keywords. Okay, so and I see other guys like with CTR, they're talking about branded anchor text and the importance of branded anchor text, and of course I've been doing this for a while. And so I just thought today I would spend a little bit of time talking about anchor text. And I'm just going to share my screen here. So now, what is anchor text? So I basically went and did a bit of a search, just to, everyone's got a different opinion about, what the correct ratios are. So some of you are going to know this, but this is also for the guys that may be not so sure, because there are quite a few guys in GMB pros who are, just found out about it. They've joined and they're business owners, and, they don't have a lot of experience with SEO. So a branded anchor text basically is your business name. So if it's Tony's Roofing Services, well, that is the branded anchor text. Partial match words is going to be like, Tony's Roofing Services roof replacement, or Tony's Roofing Services South Africa, or something like that. So it's not exactly brand, and it's not exactly a keyword. And you can see here, I mean, here's an article by SEM Rush. Maybe I'll just screenshot this. There we go. That should upload shortly. So, yeah, there's this different type of anchor text. Generic anchor text, that's like, you know, click here, go there, check these guys out. Money keyword anchor text, well, you know, that's pretty obvious. They're the keywords that you really, really want to rank for. So I see a lot of orders, and I see, you know, a lot of people actually write to me and say, hey, can you check out my website? Now, just on that point, if you have a website that you want me to look at, you can always email me at tony@linkdaddy.com, and I will take the URL and I will have a look at the site and kind of give you an idea of what it is that you need to order. Okay. So let me go over some of my services just to give you an idea. So the domain power booster, that is a service designed to increase the authority of your website. And what I ask for is 10 to 20 keywords. Okay. So when we're creating this, we're creating up to 200 accounts on high domain authority sites. Do follow high domain authority sites. These sites are, you know, some of them are profiles, some of them are blogs. And where it's a blog, we will actually add content. So we'll create content, and in that content will be your Google map and your NAP, and we'll use one of the keywords that you've provided. If it's a profile link, then we're going to be using your domain. So with the domain power booster, there's a bit of a mix of what we call a naked URL. So naked URL is actually your website address. So if you look in the browser up here, linkdaddy.shop, domain-power-booster, that is the URL. So if that is also the anchor text, then that would be called naked URL anchor text. So, you know, there's going to be this blog post, and if that link was on it and that was hyperlinked, that would be the anchor text. So when we do the domain power booster, there's going to be a mix of naked URL anchor text, and there's going to be a mix of your keywords. Excuse me. And of course, this is designed to increase your authority. Why would that be important? Well, you know, the higher authority your website has, the more you can do to it, the more links you can absorb. Okay. I've not actually seen any problems with sites. I've never seen a site tank. But it is my opinion that the more authority that you build, the more link building you can do, because you have that authority. Also, when Google's doing a comparison, they're going to be comparing the authority of your site to your competitors. So that's why this gig's pretty important. In fact, I think we've got about 50 orders in the queue. So I've had to take on more staff just to keep up with the demand. This is a powerful service. How long does it take for the domain to get boosted? Sam, once we've actually finished the work, it takes about 3 to 4 weeks for the links to get kicked in. But right now, if you order the basic service, which is $347, there's about a 4-week waiting list just for us to start the work, because we have so many orders. So I have actually increased the price. Like if you only want to wait 3 weeks, it's this price. If you want to wait 2 weeks, it's this price. If you want to wait 1 week, it's this price. So, if you're in a hurry, pay the premium. It is going to be worth it. I actually believe that for $347, I am undercharging because this gig is so powerful and it's very labor intensive. Everything's done manually. And it was 100 accounts that we were creating for $347, and then I decided to double it. So yeah. So anyway, if you've got a brand new website, the first thing that you're going to want to do is a domain power booster. Now, William is actually building websites. I think he has a lot of deals. So, if you're getting a website built for $300, then you want to spend another $347 actually getting it boosted, getting the authority boosted. And all of the accounts that we're building on, it's like MyStrikingly, MySpace, GoDaddy sites, Google sites, WordPress. So this kind of actually makes sense to Google, that if it's a brand new site, that you've gone out and you've actually created all of these accounts. Like that actually makes sense. Okay, so it is the perfect service to use on a brand new site. It's also a great service to use on a site that's been around for a while, that might have some links, might already be ranking for some keywords, but it needs extra power. Okay, so you can also use the domain power booster for inner page links. Now, so that's that. So the do follow SEO backlinks. Okay, this is for generic anchor text. So what does that mean? Generic anchor text is like, click here, go there, see these guys' website, go to this URL, that type of thing. So, when I'm creating the campaign, hello, someone's in the background, unmuted.
Yeah, I muted him.
Oh, okay, cool. I thought that was you talking to your wife or something. I thought maybe you, right.
Thank you.
No worries. Okay, so hi Patrick, hi Aiden. Yeah, who was that? Okay, so now the do follow SEO backlinks. That's generic anchor text. So typically on a brand new site, you will want to order probably about 10 of these campaigns, because you want to lay some foundation, and you don't want the links to all be money keyword links. A lot of people, when they get a brand new site, of course, they're very eager to get the thing ranking, and they're just using money keywords. Now, I have seen sites ranking, for mostly money keywords. I have seen this. It does work, but I'm not sure if that's a long-term strategy. So, if you've got a brand new site, you're going to do a domain power booster to increase the authority, and then a do follow backlinks campaign is going to give you your generic anchor text. So when you send this order in, it's going to be one URL and one keyword. That one keyword can be a money keyword. Okay, we use that keyword to help us understand what the niche is. So we use the keyword to help us understand how to create the content. And that same keyword will go in all of the titles, the H1, the H2, the H3, the H4. It'll be the alt tag for the images, for the videos, okay? And we'll put it into the content. And what we create is about 4,500 blog posts that are perfectly optimized for that money keyword. The difference is when we link out to the website, all of the anchor text is generic anchor text. So like click here, go there, visit this site. So you've got these blog posts that are perfectly optimized for the money keyword, but the links and the anchor text linking out to your website on the tier 1 is generic. Okay, that's what this gig is, quite powerful. I mean, all the gigs are pretty powerful. Okay, but this kind of makes sense because what Google is looking for is they're looking for relevance. Okay, so when you've got all these blog posts that are actually optimized for for your keyword, and now they're linking to your site, but it's generic. That's what Google's going to love, that because it's all relevant. Now, the next one is aggressive tier 1 backlinks. Okay, there we go. So I designed this because I needed a way to control the anchor text. So how does this one work? So you've got a URL. Usually it'll be the home page URL. And maybe this time, because you've done the domain power booster, you've done some, some do follow SEO backlinks. And now you're going to want to get some money keywords. So you could have up to 5 money keywords to one URL. Okay. And what we're going to do when we create the content, we're going to create 150 blog posts, approximately 150. Sometimes it's usually more. And we're going to use those 5 keywords, and those 5 keywords, the money keywords, are the only keywords we use on the tier 1. So if there's 150 blog posts and there's 5 keywords, each keyword is going to be used 30 times across the 150 blogs. So if you've already done a domain power booster, if you already have, 10 do follow backlink campaigns done, and you've got a lot of generic anchor text, well, now you can afford to have money keyword anchor text. Okay. So typically what I recommend is two of these campaigns and using 5 different sets of money keywords. So in one campaign, you're going to use this set of 5 keywords, money keywords. On this campaign, you're going to use another set of 5 keywords. Okay. And that's going to link out to your homepage URL, right? But you could also use this gig on inner pages like service pages or location pages. The same principle applies. So if you've got a home, you've got your normal website, well, you're going to want to have a good mix of partial match, generic anchor text, and money keywords. The same applies to inner pages. Okay. And if you need an example of that, just let me know and I can try and come up with an example. Now, the aggressive tier 1 is aggressive. I had someone the other day, I told them what they should order, that they should order a domain power booster, 10 do follow SEO backlink campaigns, some aggressive tier 1, and they didn't order the do follows. And of course, they got a lot of money keyword anchor text. And then they tried to blame me for that, saying, why have I, blah, blah, blah. And so, it is important that you understand these different services because I designed them for a specific reason. So if you do order them and you don't follow my suggestions and, you've got way more money keyword anchor text, well, you can't really hold me responsible for that because, you're the one that ordered. And I do explain the service and I do have a video. Okay. So, be warned, the aggressive tier 1 is aggressive because it is purely money keyword anchor text. In other words, keywords, I use the keywords that you provide, and I don't use any generic anchor text. I only use the keywords that you provide. So if you want to mix those keywords up a little bit, you can. Like, one of those keywords could be a money keyword. One of those keywords could be a partial match keyword. One of those keywords could be generic anchor text. One of those keywords could be branded. One of those keywords could be naked URL. You could do it like that. But really, this gig is best for money keyword and 5 sets of keywords, 5 sets of anchor text. Now, the local SEO backlinks, this is a little bit different. This is geo-relevance. Okay, so the do follow SEO backlinks is niche relevant. The local SEO backlinks are geo-relevant. So when it comes to the anchor text that we're using is going to be brand, or brand plus keyword, or brand plus service. That's how you want to submit your keywords. Because what we're doing with this is, if you're in Austin and you're a roofing company in Austin, then we'll go to Google, and I think I'm sharing my screen, right? So if I go to Google and I type in things to do in Austin, okay, so you've got things to do in Austin, attractions, people also ask, so top sites in Austin, so more things to do. Okay, so Google's already told us what are the most popular places. So let's say you're a roofing company where maybe we do something on this Zilker Park. So we will go and we will create a whole heap of blogs, tier 1 blogs, about 150 or so, all perfectly optimized for Zilker Park. It doesn't have to be this place of interest. I mean, you could specify a place of interest that's actually more closer to your business, but we would go and create a whole heap of blogs for Zilker Park. Zilker Park is going to be in the title. We're going to use Zilker Park images, Zilker Park videos, the Zilker Park map, okay? And Zilker Park is going to be in the content. And at the bottom of those blog posts, we're going to have this, something like this sentence, which will be, please visit one of our local supporters. And now it's going to be your branded anchor text, like Tony's Roofing Services, or Tony's Roofing Roof Replacement Services, or Tony's Roofing of Austin, Texas, or Tony's Roofing near Zilker Park, or whatever it is. But the keywords should be branded, naked URL, brand plus location, brand plus service. They shouldn't be a money keyword, because it wouldn't make sense. Please visit one of our local supporters, roofing company Austin. Now, it would make sense if that was actually your brand. So, because I understand people do have exact match domains, but you do want to kind of change it up a little bit. You want to add a little bit more to those, to that anchor text, because, that is pure money keyword, right? So Google can get confused if your business name is also a money keyword exact match domain. Okay, you're probably going to be over optimized. And so you're probably better off using naked URL anchor text as opposed to branded anchor text. Yes, I would like an example of that if you can provide. Why does the aggressive keyword gig use 5 money keywords to 1 URL? Why not just 1 money keyword? The reason why 5, Patrick, is because there's 150 blog posts. So if you had one keyword, then that one keyword would get used 150 times, because that would be the only keyword that we would use on the tier 1. So I wanted to, I wanted people to submit 5 keywords. So then it only gets used 30 times. Each keyword only gets used 30 times. So it's a way to basically, cover 5 different keywords, because I'm trying to help people rank. I mean, you could do one keyword if you wanted to, because it's up to 5 keywords. But you need to understand that if you do that, you're going to get 150 blog posts all with one keyword anchor text. So you can do it. I'm not saying that you can't, but you need to be responsible for what you submit. Okay. It won't look natural. I generally do 20 keywords with 4 do follows. I just follow what Tony says and been getting great results. And I'm asking Tony, why is he aggressive to you? Okay. What types of anchor text is used in the aggressive gig? So money keywords. What's a good example? So I'm going to go here and I'm going to type in Austin Roofing Company. Okay, so I'm going to just grab this link here, go to Site Explorer. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but I'm assuming it's Zach. So yeah, nice, Zach. I believe Austin is a nice place. So, okay. So if we go to overview, we scroll down here to Ahrefs. You can see here, here's a branded, or sorry, beg your pardon, naked URL anchor text. Okay, so that's naked URL. This is branded URL, because that's actually the name of the business. And this is also naked URL. So this is naked URL without the trailing slash. This is a naked URL with trailing slash. As you can see, here's some generic anchor text. And here is naked URL without the www and without the HTTPS. Okay. So if we go to organic keywords, so Austin Roofing Company is a money keyword. Austin Roofing is a money keyword. Austin Roofer is a money keyword. Roofing Austin is a money keyword, right? Austin Roofing and Construction is branded. Austin Roofers is a money keyword. Austin Roofing Contractor is a money keyword. Roofer Austin is a money keyword. Okay. Another way to understand what is a money keyword would be to click on CPC, and that would also give you an idea. So roofing Austin. So this is a keyword that people are paying money for. Okay. So that's another way to, to check that. Okay. So in this particular example, and I'll just hit the back button here. So, you would order an aggressive tier 1 as an example. And so Austin Roofing Company would be one of the keywords. Austin Roofing, Austin Roofer, Roofing Austin, Austin Roofers. That would be the 5 keywords that you could use as money keyword anchor text, okay, for one aggressive tier 1 campaign. So, every month you could be doing an aggressive tier 1 campaign providing you're also doing some do follow campaigns, because you want to have your generic anchor text coming in. You don't want to just be building up a portfolio of only money keyword anchor text. Okay, now let's go back here to overview. Now, incidentally, this company does buy a lot of my services, because if we go to backlinks, you can see, oh, that's new backlinks. Okay, if I just go to backlinks, click on DR. That's probably on page. Oh no, I need to go one step further. There we go. So this is all my stuff here. Usually the DR is around about 60 odd, 66. So I can tell they're using my campaigns. I'm not sure who the client is, but I can tell by the way they've done the anchor text. And what do you do to index a backlinks? Anything special? Patrick, I don't waste money on indexing, because the links get crawled. Indexing is important for your website, because obviously you want that in the index. You want people seeing your website. Okay, so you can use things like Omega Indexer or Speed Links to get the pages on your website indexed, but I don't worry about indexing blog posts, because we're not trying to rank the blog posts. We're actually using the blog post to pass relevance. So what's important is that they get crawled and that the search engines know that they exist, but I don't worry about indexing. I do provide links. SpeedXnet, never heard of them. But the only thing I use the indexer for is for my own websites, because obviously I want those pages indexed, but I don't worry about blog posts, because I'm not trying to rank the blog posts. The domain power booster, I do use an indexer on those links, because I'm trying to because typically they're branded, and I want them associated with the domain, and I'm trying to speed up the process of getting the DR increased. Okay, but when it comes to the blog posts, I don't worry about that, because I'm more interested in the links being crawled, and that there being like a natural progression of the links actually getting picked up, because I'm sending you usually 4,500 backlinks, and if you've ordered 10 campaigns, 10 do follow campaigns, that's 45,000 links. That's a lot of links to try and get indexed. So I don't worry about it. And of course, for the price that I'm charging, I definitely don't include indexing, but I do provide the links if you yourself want to go and index them. But I wouldn't waste my time on that. I think it's a better investment of your money in actually ordering more campaigns and building more backlinks, because that's the currency of Google. Backlinks are the currency, referring domains and backlinks. So what I mean by that is, like, you could have one backlink campaign and you can spend a lot of money trying to index all of those backlinks, or for the same money you could build 10 backlink campaigns, and those 10 backlink campaigns are going to do more for your website than one campaign where you've linked, where you've got the links or a part of the links indexed. Also, Google has a lot of problems with indexing. They just don't have the resources. And so they're playing kind of games all the time with indexing. So my idea is that you just get the campaigns done and you let Google pick up the links, and then it will decide, what it's going to do. Sometimes it'll index links from tier 3, sometimes it's indexing links from tier 2, tier 1. But I don't worry about indexing. I just let Google actually pick them up. Okay. So getting back to this, so the local SEO backlinks is going to be geo-relevant blogs. So as I mentioned before, like, for the Austin one, things to do in Austin. If I go back here, Zilker Park. So there'll be 150 blogs, all themed for Zilker Park. And then the anchor text at the bottom is going to be brand or naked URL. And that will link out to your website. Okay, and then we're going to have tier 4, tier 3, tier 2, using long tail Austin keywords with your GMB embedded in all of those blog posts. And the tier 2 of that campaign is going to backlink the Zilker Park tier 1. And then, of course, that tier 1 is going to be themed for Zilker Park. It's not going to be themed for your business because this is geo-relevant. And then we're going to link out to your website. Why would this be an important service? Because Google actually expects you to have links coming from local sites. And of course, if you're a roofing company, you're not going to get a link from another roofer. It's unlikely. It's unlikely that you're going to go over to Brian's Roofing Services and say, hey, Brian, can you link to my website because I'm trying to rank higher. It's probably not going to happen. So that's why I created local SEO backlinks, was to help, a business within a certain location actually have some links coming in from geo-relevant sites. And of course, the anchor text is then used is basically branded and naked URL anchor text. Okay, now the next one, Google Maps ranking. So when you order this, I recommend a way of supplying your keywords, and this is the example that I've given. So when we create this, I need to change this content because that's not correct. I think it's more than 300 now. But yeah, so when we do the Google Maps ranking, you would provide us up to 10 keywords. And these 10 keywords should be like brand. Okay, so that's brand. Then we've got brand plus location. Then we've got brand plus service, brand plus service, brand plus service, brand plus service. Now we've got like keyword, basically location, keyword location, and then just keyword. Okay. So in my opinion, this is a very targeted way of submitting your keywords for a specific location. So if you do it like this, we're going to take those keywords and we're going to create the content, and these keywords will be the keywords that we use for anchor text. There will be no generic keywords, unless, of course, you've given us something generic in the list. So these are the keywords that we will use. And we link out to 3 URLs, the share link of your GMB, the CID link of your GMB, and your website. Okay. And so that's on the tier 1. So we create a tier 1 campaign. We use these keywords in the titles. We use these keywords as alt tag, alt tag for the images, for the videos, and we also put these keywords into the content. And of course, your GMB is going to be embedded, and your NAP's going to be embedded. And we're going to create that tier 1. So all the anchor text is going to be these keywords. So there's 300 blog posts, and there's 10 keywords, right? So that means each keyword is going to be used. That's one out, hold on. 300, each keyword's going to be used 30 times. Okay, so 30 times we'll be using the branded, 30 times we'll be using brand plus, brand plus location, brand plus service. Okay, so there's going to be 300 blog posts. They will be the anchor text. These same keywords we also use for the CTR using 4G mobile proxies, and we're spoofing the latitude and the longitude. So you want that's why you want these branded keywords, brand plus location, brand plus service, because we want to trigger the map. Okay. It's very unlikely that you're going to rank in Google Maps for tree services if you're, a tree service company and say, well, in Jacksonville. Okay, we do. Obviously, I've got this included here because I'm using these keywords also for the anchor text, for the, for the backlinks. But the main keywords we're going to be interested in for the CTR are these keywords, because we want to trigger the map. And we do have, these keywords here with the location as well. So hopefully, by running these keywords, then you'll pop into the map for the money keywords. Okay. And when it comes to awarding the Google Maps ranking gig, this is per location. So if you're in Jacksonville, then the first order that you do would be with Jacksonville keywords, Jacksonville, Florida. But then you might want to expand out from Jacksonville and actually do the next location the next month. And then the next location the month after that. And then the next location the month after that. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to have a steady flow of anchor text coming in to your website, to your GMB, always promoting brand plus location. So if I go to Jacksonville, just to give you more of an idea on this, Jacksonville, I'll put Jacksonville towns maybe. Okay, so you've got Orange Park, Atlantic Beach, Lakeside, Jacksonville Beach, Palm Valley, Florida. So the first month you're going to do Jacksonville. And let's say next month you want to target Orange Park. Well, Orange Park is near Jacksonville, except this time when we do the keywords, it'll be like Williams Tree Services, but now it's going to be Williams Tree Services, Orange Park, Williams Tree, and now we've got Williams Tree Services, stump removal, and so on. So we're changing, like you could actually add a few more, like you've got tree services here, Orange Park, tree lopping, Orange Park, stump removal, Orange Park. Okay, so every month you would change to a different location around your main city. And we're going to use those keywords as anchor text, right? And we're also going to use them as CTR. So, I mean, this is just a guide. You don't have to do it exactly this way. Maybe you want to have more locational keywords, right? So in other words, you could have a gig where you've got Williams Tree Services Orange Park, Williams Tree Services Atlantic Beach, Williams Tree Services Lakeside, Williams Tree Services Jacksonville, okay? And you could do it that way, where that is all the 10 keywords that you give, 10 locations. And so what you will end up with is 300 blog posts using one of those brand plus location keywords 30 times. Hi, Tony. I created a rank and rank site, 15, 20K pages of content a few weeks ago, currently ranking on page 3 for main local keyword, no backlinks. Should I purchase a domain power booster backlinks or local SEO backlinks first? Thanks in advance. I would order a domain power booster. That's what I would do. And I would probably do 10 do follow SEO backlink campaigns, 2 aggressive tier 1, and maybe 2 local SEO links, backlinks, kind of just to lay the foundation. And then because you've got 15, 20K of content now, I'm not sure if that means that how many pages you have, but you want to basically boost up the homepage URL first, and then you want to see where that sits, and then you would start doing inner page linking. Okay, you'd start ordering campaigns for inner pages. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of boasting here. So this is a case study. These are the case studies that I like the best. So here's a guy. I don't know if I can say his name. He hasn't really said I can't, but he hasn't said that I can. So that's why I, fuzzed out the details. Okay. This guy has about 35 clients. It's growing all the time. And a lot of his clients are in the pressure washing niche. And what he does is he actually builds location pages and then gets me to backlink them all. Okay. He's also ordering Google Maps boosters. He is also ordering domain authority, boosters, or, the domain power booster, actually, it's called. So, but the reason why I'm showing you this is, why would a guy send me $47,000 up front if this stuff didn't work? Now, this guy has been ordering off me for 2-3 years. When he first started out, he was ordering 100 campaigns. Then it went to 500 campaigns. Then he started ordering 1,000 campaigns. And, he actually worked out how many he actually needs. And so, he's ordered 100 do follow SEO backlink campaigns, right? And because I did the buy one, get one free, he got double that. So, why would a guy spend 47 grand if he wasn't seeing the results? Okay. So, and here's the proof of payment. Okay. So now that's the best case study. I could, try and create other case studies, but they kind of, that takes up my time, and anyone can kind of fudge that. But when people are spending real money, I think that's the best type of case study, because, usually people won't spend this type of money if they hadn't already tested it. And this guy is a PPC guy. He's all over Google Analytics. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly where his traffic comes from. And he's tested my stuff out thoroughly, which is why he's willing to spend this type of money getting services. Okay, so now I'm just going to go back to the questions here. Tony, how would you space out the gigs you just mentioned for Paul's question? Well, I wouldn't. I would do a domain power booster because that's going to take us 30 days to get the work done. And then it'll take about 30 days to, well, it's 2 to 3 weeks to get the work done, you know, because we have taken on more staff. And then it's going to take about 2 to 3, maybe 4 weeks for the power to kick in. So while that's happening and as the links are being built, then you've already ordered the 10 do follow SEO backlink campaigns, and that's going to lay the foundation of generic anchor text. So you would send like 10 money keywords, but of course it's all generic anchor text. So all the campaigns are going to be optimized for that, for those money keywords, but we are using generic anchor text. So you get the do follows done, and they're going to be naturally coming in over time. And then you would order the aggressive tier 1 as well. So that's going to give you some money keyword anchor text. So, you know, and then you've got the local SEO, which is basically branded and naked URL anchor text. So there's a natural progression to these links being picked up. So even though you've done all of the campaigns at once, it's like the whole thing's coming in and being dripped, if that makes sense. Okay, and that would be to beef up your domain. And then after that, that's when you want to focus more on inner page linking, because that would already be enough to the homepage URL. You now want to start going after, you know, service and location pages, particularly if you're a local business, or product pages if you're an e-commerce store, or, you know, maybe you're a national website. You might want to start backlinking all of the blog posts that you wrote. So yeah. Tony, I just pasted gigs. Okay, so this 47K guy is using do follow campaigns on location pages. Yes, he is. Every location page. So he sends me the URL and a keyword. URL, keyword. Is this buy one get? No, it was on last weekend. I wanted to, I'm here in South Africa and my church is building a building, and I'd already donated like $30,000 towards the building, and I wanted to do 10,000 more because they needed the money. And so I did a buy one get one free campaign. And of course, this particular client would spend more money with me in a year, but he actually thought, shit, I'm taking advantage of this, buy one, get one free. And so I probably should have been smarter about how I set that up, because he actually got a buy one, get free on my bulk campaigns. I probably should have just did buy one, get one free on my retail price. So I lost a bit of money there, but he is a good client. He's spent a lot of money over the last 2 or 3 years, so I'm happy with that. And he's, you know, my services are part of his standard operating procedure. He'll be a client for years, so I'm not really worried. I trust Tony's services with my life. Oh, thanks, Graham. I appreciate that, mate. That's good to hear. What do you recommend we do for our own agency website, which is brand spanking new, before I order gigs from you? As far as structure of site to best prepare for your gigs, I think it's best to start to properly structure my site from the start in preparation for ordering your gigs. Dennis says, we love your buy one, get one free. Yeah, Dennis. Dennis actually just bought 100 Google Maps. In fact, in a short period of time, he's selling so many of these Google Maps ranking gigs that he's just bought. He bought 100 a couple of weeks ago, and then he got and then he bought another 100. So he's doing really well. Now what would you do, Patrick? The honest truth is, I am not a website guy. As far as building websites and structure, I'm not an expert in this area. I'm an expert in building backlinks and this type of thing, but I'm not an expert in structure of sites. Having good on-page content is, and not duplicate content. So having good content, this might be a little bit of a guide. I had my virtual assistant actually build this site for me. And this was, a brand new site, maybe, 4 or 5 months ago. We used, I think it was Jarvis or something like that, and Surfer SEO to help guide the content. It's not a very big site. And there's just the home page, an about page, a contact page. And then I got him to add a video page. So we embedded all of the videos. Okay. And then added content. So it's kind of a very thin site, but it is ranking really well. And of course, I did a domain power booster on it. I did some other campaigns, and I think I'm now backlinking these video pages as well. And we're basically ranking number 2. So the guy, Menterprise itself is ranking number 1, and I've got the top 3 positions. This site is ranking, then Bark, and then LinkDaddy, I think. So to be honest, I don't know how to answer your question because I'm not a website guy. But for sure, you want to order domain power booster. That is without question. And probably tend to follow SEO backlink campaigns to aggressive 1, because you can always tweak the content, but the links are going to come in over a period of time. So you don't want to get your content like absolutely perfect and then do the backlinks, because that's a waste of time. You literally could buy a domain and then start ordering gigs from me, even on a site that doesn't have any content. Okay, because it's going to take time for those links to actually progressively come in. Okay, so your website really doesn't have to be perfectly optimized before you do any backlinks. Content clusters or silos for your pages should work well for, yeah. You want to do the silo thing. I'm not an expert in that, so I can't really advise you. There are some guys in the group who are total, geeks at this sort of stuff. I just try to focus on the niche relevant backlinks. No worries, mate. Yes, that is what I was wondering. How much do you need to build out the site before we start ordering from you? Well, to be honest, I have started building links to URLs, and there's absolutely no content on them. So it does take time for that to come through. And so the mistake that I think people make is they try to get things absolutely perfect before they get backlinks. And of course, that they're losing that time because it takes time for the links to kick in. Now, guys, it's 7:30. I need to crack on. Unless there's any more urgent questions, I will see you next week. And let me know if this is interesting, because I don't want to be boring. So you can always write to me or write to William, or, you know, give some kind of feedback, because I'm generally kind of repeating myself each week, and probably because, you know, new people are coming. But, you know, let me know what you want me to talk about so that I can try and prepare for each week. You know, I want to be able to give some good content, and yeah, so that would help me if I can get some feedback as to what you want me to talk about. If you want me to talk about my services and how to use them, I can do that. But just let me know that's what you want. And maybe we might actually change the time, because this particular time of the day, it's super early for me. And I think it's pretty late for the guys in the States. So of course I'm in South Africa, and I'm pretty much unavailable from, you know, 8:30 in the morning till 6:30 at night here in South Africa. And so I'm trying to do this either before then or after then. Maybe you want me to do it on a weekend, on a Saturday or a Sunday, but I'm not sure William's available on Saturdays. So anyway, good stuff, Tony, is good guidance on how to best use your services. Yeah, thanks, Brian. I love this session because I like to hear your strategy for each of your gigs. I had not heard your explanations before. Great, Patrick. Glad it was helpful. And okay, guys, I don't know if William's here, but have a great day, and do well, flourish, and prosper.